Passionate Pisces. I'm Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com. Thank you so much. I've got your 2024 horoscope and a few things happening this year that will affect you dramatically. I've got the tarot cards here, so let's draw two cards as theme cards for the year for you. We'll go to the board now. Here's your horoscope. But firstly, the two cards, Pisces, what do I see? There's somebody driving a car here, or at least they're sitting at the wheel, and they're holding like an exercise book in front of them, and they're reading it. They're reading all their notes and all their messages while they're trying to drive. I don't think it's a good idea, okay? Keep your eye on the road when you're driving. So it's you just have to be a little bit careful. You don't get too much on your plate this year that you're not looking where you're going. Let's get some more clarification on that. The card that comes out, oh well, that explains it. If you don't look where you go, then there could be the collapse of some sort of structure that you've built in your mind. Now, the positive side of this is that because you're Pisces, you probably have very good intuition anyway, and your intuition can see it coming, so you know what you have to do in order to avoid a whole collapse of a structure. Sometimes, even if you know, however, it's like it's had its day and it's time to move on. So I would say be proactive about moving forward. If you can see the writings on the wall with something, then decide whether you want that something in your life or not. So could come like a bolt out of the blue. You might think, oh look, I've got a friend, we're not getting on very good, maybe I need to move on, and while you're thinking about it, that friend just disappears or sends you an email and says, look, we're on different pages or in different books, so the end of a friendship or something like that. That's just one example. There's countless examples, but this does relate to something that you've built up in your mind that you think is solid, but it's like a house built on sand, shifting sand. So you'll know. It doesn't even mean it has to be painful. If you see it coming, you can prepare yourself. And the bottom line is sometimes things have to finish so new beginnings can occur. So don't freak out about the Tower. I know a lot of people do freak out about the Tower. However, it's because there's something better. See, I'm basically optimistic, and I think you get more of what you focus on. So, not I think, I know you get more of what you focus on. So be optimistic, and if it's coming to the end of a situation, then move on. So, the second half of the year, oh, there's something else about this, they won't let me. I just get March particularly. March is a delicate time. Now, can I move on? What do I see? What's that in the sky? And there's a ball. Somebody playing with a ball. So in the sky of mind, in your thoughts, you're back and forth with an idea about, maybe it's to do with having fun, socializing. The sun comes out. So you're having a huge year. You've got two major arcana here. Something finishes, so something brand new can start. The sun brings all sorts of really positive energies. It's insight, it's awareness, it's the source of all life, it's energy. You may be putting a lot of energy into a situation, and it could be to do with your career, for example, because at the start of the year, this is for the 1st of January, but at the start of the year, there's a lot happening there. And you may leave a career to start a new career, but one that will bring you great happiness and contentment. So this is not just about safety and comfort, it's about happiness. So it's joyful, it's a growth, it's all things positive, basically. So big year for you. Let's make this bigger. And now we're going to look at your horoscope in depth. Your co-ruler Neptune in Pisces here in your sign. Saturn's been there for a little while, and you may have been feeling restricted or limited in some way that you approach the world. So Saturn's going to stay here. It's only just gone in 3 degrees so recently. It's going to be here for a fair while. But you also have your co-ruler Neptune, very happy here as well. So quite a spiritual time. And Neptune will remain in Pisces until next year, and then it will be moving out. It's very slow travelling. It doesn't travel very far in a year, so it might be 25 or 26 when it moves. I just can't recall at the minute. Your co-ruler Jupiter is moving into Gemini, and this is huge for you at home and with your family, because Jupiter enlarges everything that it touches. So you may do renovations, you may upsize. So that's really good news. That'll be happening on the 25th of May until the 9th of June 2025. It spends 12 and a half months approximately in each sign, Jupiter does. Then we have Pluto, the planet of transformation, and it's moving into Aquarius up here in your 12th house, bringing a fundamental reorganization, restructuring and transformation to your spirituality. And this is really good news for picking up messages, for becoming more psychic, increasing your clairvoyance, for example, for understanding your dreams, for astral traveling, for communicating with those energies and spirits on the other side, who they may be relatives or somebody who is close to you has passed. All of these things are possible with Pluto in there. Pluto is a transpersonal planet and is associated with death, so I don't want to scare you. This is only if you're open to it, but you may have communications with those people that you love that have passed on. Some of you will, not all of you, obviously. Then we have, and with Jupiter going in here, it could well be ancestors as well. And the other thing I wanted to talk about too are the nodes that continue in Aries and Libra all through 2024. So they went into the North Node into Aries and the South Node into Libra last year, or 2023. And here it's to do with your money. The North Node is really bringing your attention to your personal finances in the future. We have a solar eclipse there. We also have Chiron. So there might have been some wounding or scar around your personal finances, where you want to grow your personal finances, but you haven't been able to get past a certain point. That's going to get a new beginning with this solar eclipse this year in Aries. So that'll be on the 8th of April. We have a lunar eclipse on the 23rd up here in your house of shared resources and also intimacy. And this lunar eclipse is going to shine a light on intimacy and the way that you share your money, or perhaps investments, or even real estate with another person. Sometimes it's taxes, and sometimes it is to do with inheritances or wills and legalities and that sort of thing. With the South Node here in Libra, it's like the way you've done things in the past, your experience, your history, looking back. And we're going to have this kind of thing about you looking after your money a bit better, being more independent with your money. If you've been sharing your money with other people, maybe you might relook at that again, how you do that. It's a matter for you, of course, but what the tension is between your independence versus compromising in a relationship, and money seems to be like a fundamental point here. So the lunar eclipse in Pisces here, didn't I write it? Oh, sorry, there it is. In your sign. Yeah, I already talked about. And the solar eclipse here in Libra, bringing new beginnings to the way that you share your resources, in the way that you share real estate, if you have real estate in joint names with people. And because it's a solar eclipse, it's likely to manifest physically. It's likely that there's going to be real physical changes in what you do with your shared resources. Also intimacy. If you want to open your heart and be intimate with somebody and allow yourself to be vulnerable, this is also a very scary thing, and there could be real changes around that. But of course, if you open your heart, it's like running the risk of getting hurt again, and that's always difficult to do. But if you keep your heart closed, then unfortunately it's closed to all the good things in life as well. So you need to find a balance doing that. But everybody's got their nodes in Aries and Libra, so it is a collective theme that we're all trying to find the best balance on this balancing pole of relationships between ourselves and the other person. So with this lunar eclipse in your sign in Pisces here, this will be a really big dramatic thing for you. Like, it's fundamental to you, the way that you share your message out into the world, how you approach the world. It's also your body, it's your appearance, and it's your identity. You may get a bit of a shake-up that who you thought you were, that you're so much more. So this could be kind of disconcerting or confronting, that you're not the person perhaps that you thought you were. And that's good, because then that means if there's things that you want to change, now you're aware and you can change them. So I see it as ultimately quite positive, and I'm very optimistic for you, Passionate Pisces, because you're going to go down to deeper levels of spirituality in 2024, and especially with Pluto there. Alrighty, big year for you. Thank you so much. I hope this all makes sense to you. When we're dealing with the 12th house, it's like very experiential. It's hard to really describe. It's what's going on in your subconscious, and then how that sort of relates to God, the universe, and everything else. So it's hard to describe, and it's a very intensely personal thing. The subconscious is different, obviously, for everybody, and it's important to learn your own language about your subconscious so you can understand what spirit and the energies within are trying to tell you in your mind. I hope that all makes sense. I just want to wish you a very happy Christmas if you celebrate Christmas, or a happy 25th of December. And more importantly, a very transformative and revealing, insightful 2024, because that's where you're going. Thanks again, Passionate Pisces. I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.